In today's video, Jon Jones signs a new 8-fight contract with the UFC. Daniel Cormier reacts to Francis Ngannou leaving the UFC. Stipe Miocic reacts to Jones vs. Gane title fight. Eddie Alvarez slams Dana White following Ngannou's UFC release. BKFC interested in signing Francis Ngannou. Blaydes reacts to the UFC booking Jones vs. Gane. And Ciryl Adesanya gets a face tattoo. During Saturday's post-fight press conference, UFC President Dana White revealed that Jon Jones has signed a new 8-fight deal with the company ahead of his return.
Before Jon had took his time off, he was kind of looking for a new contract as well, and he was kind of going back and forth. Did he get a new contract, or is he under the same contract?
Jones signed a new 8-fight deal.
And then with Francis,
Good question. I forgot to tell you that.
Daniel Cormier has weighed in on the UFC booking Jon Jones vs. Ciryl Gane at UFC 285. Cormier believes Ciryl Gane might be a more challenging stylistic matchup for Jones compared to Francis Ngannou. Speaking in a recent YouTube video, DC said, "I thought Jon Jones vs. Francis Ngannou was the biggest and my most anticipated fight because of the dangers that Francis Ngannou presents to Jon Jones with the power and everything. But let's not get crazy here and act as if Jon Jones has not seen power before. He's seen power. Nothing like the power of Ngannou. I believe that what he has now is maybe a more difficult style matchup in Ciryl Gane." DC also weighed in on Francis Ngannou parting ways with the UFC. He said, "Hate that Francis is gone. Love that Jones is a heavyweight. Love that it's against Ciryl Gane also. Hate how Stipe Miocic has somehow gotten lost in the whole mix of all this. I understand through conversations in the backside how hard the Francis Ngannou deal was tried to get done. Options were exhausted. Ngannou deal couldn't get done because Francis Ngannou has an idea of what he wants to do and what his value is." Stipe Miocic says he wants the winner of Jon Jones vs. Ciryl Gane. The former UFC champ piped up over Twitter calling out whoever becomes the new heavyweight champion after the Jones vs. Gane fight for the title, which was left vacant by the departure of Francis Ngannou. He tweeted, "March 4th, I like it. I got winner in July." Miocic and Jones were supposed to fight at UFC 218 with Jones moving up in weight to challenge the then champ. Unfortunately, a failed drug test from Jones scrapped that idea. Stipe has not competed since March of 2021 when he was knocked out by Ngannou in the main event of UFC 260. The defeat marked the end of his second reign as UFC heavyweight champion and snapped a 2-fight winning streak. Former UFC champion Eddie Alvarez has slammed Dana White for his explanation as to why Francis Ngannou is leaving the UFC. During Saturday's press conference, White suggested that Ngannou might be scared to fight top heavyweight contenders and wants to fight lesser competition for bigger money.
Well, it's like I said, what I think he wanted is, I think that he's, this guy's worked hard, and he feels like he's in a position right now to fight lesser competition for more money. I think he doesn't want to take the risk. You're going in against Jon Jones, the best of all time. And at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with that. He can do that's just not what we do here. It's not what we do here. The best fight the best here. There's plenty of places where you can go do that, and that's where he'll end up. He'll end up somewhere where somebody will, throw some money at him, and he's going to fight fights that he thinks he can win.
In response to White's comments, Alvarez tweeted, "UFC simply lost the bid for Francis. Instead of admitting that, they go with the narrative that the scariest motherfucker alive is afraid to fight in the UFC. LOL. These jokes write themselves. Hashtag PHS Unreal." He followed up with, "Nobody in the UFC is afraid of anyone. The men who fight there are there to fight the best. The UFC is afraid to pay fighters. This is the only reason people leave. Fighters don't give a fuck who the next opponent is. They do care about what the pay will be. Keep it real and just say we lost the bid. Someone is paying more and end it there." It's counterintuitive to pay fighters large purses because they become less cooperative and more independent. The business works perfect when everyone is broke and begging to fight at the drop of a hat. Cooperation is key. Large purses disrupt their own business. What do you guys make of these comments from Eddie? Do you agree with the former UFC champ? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. The BKFC is interested in signing Francis Ngannou. In the hours that followed UFC President Dana White's announcement on Saturday that Ngannou has left the promotion and its heavyweight title behind to explore other options, both the PFL and Bellator quickly expressed their interest in the Titan over social media. And now BKFC President David Feldman is doing the same. In a statement to MMA Fighting's Damon Martin, Feldman said, "BKFC is very interested in Francis. We will certainly make a play for him. We feel like he's a great fit for BKFC and can bring amazing attention to our company." BKFC has signed numerous UFC notables since its entry into the international combat sports scene in 2018, including Diego Sanchez, Ben Rothwell, Paige Van Zandt, and Mike Perry. Ngannou has not publicly commented on his plans or intentions since news of his UFC departure Saturday. Would you guys like to see Francis Ngannou competing in the BKFC? Let us know in the comments below. On Saturday, UFC heavyweight contender Curtis Blaydes spoke up in the wake of the news of both Francis Ngannou's UFC departure and the March 4th vacant title fight between Jon Jones and Ciryl Gane at UFC 285. He wrote, "Obviously I've seen the news. Gane is getting another title shot versus Jones. Most likely I'll be getting the Pavlovich who just beat Tuivasa. That's cool with me. I get why Gane got the shot, and it wasn't based off meritocracy, and that's not a newsflash. The UFC is always going to matchmake based off who puts the most asses in the stands and eyes on the fight. I hope I'll only need one more win to prove I can put asses in the stands and get a title shot." Ciryl Adesanya has a new face tattoo. On Sunday, the former UFC middleweight champion revealed his new ink along with an inspirational message. He wrote, "The old version of you must die before you come alive." It looks like Izzy's inspiration for the tattoo above his eyebrow is shown within the video post, as a split-second image flashes of a character named Gaara from the anime series Naruto. In the show, Gaara's tattoo is a representation of the tailed beast sealed within the character, and it is a symbol of the heavy burden and power he bears within him. As many of you know, Izzy is a big-time fan of the show, and the tattoo could have similar meaning to him. Here are the top 3 funniest memes we found on the internet today. Third place was found over Reddit and was posted by a user named Raw Power. Second place was found over Twitter and was posted by a user named MMAF Press. And our top pick was found over Instagram and was posted by a user named MMA Pack. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest MMA news.